everyone. My name is Howell. I am the technology trainer here at Patterson Public Schools. And today we will be going over Google Calendar and we are going to go over some of the powers and some of the amazing things you can do with Google Calendar. I'm going to show you guys how to maximize your efficiency and stay organized with some of these tips. So some things I'm going to show you guys is how to create a calendar, how to share a calendar out with others, and much, much more. So first things first, let's get to Google Calendar. So on the upper right hand side with these 9 dots, we can go ahead and go to calendar right here. Okay, so it is going to welcome you to your digital calendar. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do. So the first thing we're going to do is create a new calendar. So on the left hand side under other calendars, go ahead and select that plus icon right beside it. And we're going to choose create a new calendar. Just enter a name. And so I'm just going to put in uh, and you also have the option to leave a description and modify your time zone. I'm going to go ahead and create the calendar. Okay, so now if we just go back to our Google Calendar, we're going to see under My Calendars, our Technology Club calendar has been created. So now what we can do is go ahead and share this out with people and just collaborate with others if needed. So on the beside the newly created calendar, you're going to see these 3 dots. Go ahead and click there and go to settings and sharing. Once you get here, scroll down to where you see share with specific people or groups. So what you can do is click add people and groups and just enter the email of the person that you want to send your calendar to. So I'm just going to send it to a test account. And then you can also modify the permissions. So you can have the calendar hide the details, which is only going to show when you're free or when you're busy, or you can have it show all the details to show all the events, any meetings, anything that's listed on your calendar, the person will be able to see it. If you want the person that you're sharing the calendar with to be able to also share it with other people, select make changes and manage sharing. So they'll be able to have that ability to share it out as well. So there you go. So once you share out your calendar, the receiver is going to receive an email in their Google inbox where they'll be able to add the calendar onto theirs as well. Okay. You can also share your calendar to the entire district by checking this box off, and then it's going to make it available for the entire district. You can also modify the permissions by hiding the details or showing all the details. And you can share it out by copying this link. If you copy this link, you can just send it out via email, send that out for people to see it. So that is how you'll be able to create and share out your calendar. Another thing I'm going to show you guys how to do is how to create an event. So this is how you can basically add things onto your calendar and organize it. So there's 2 ways you can do this. On the upper left side, you're going to see this big old button that says create, or you can just click into the calendar and it's going to just start by creating an event. So I'm just going to click into the calendar, and then what you're going to see is you have the options to choose. So you can choose an event. So I'm going to type in monthly. You can go ahead and modify the date and the time. You can add people to this event and they will also receive that email that they've been added. You can add a Google Meet video conference link if we want to do a video conference. You can add the location, add any descriptions or attachments. You can also create a focus time. Use this as like your lunch block or just a time that you don't want to be disturbed. Put your date and your time. You can choose to mute any notifications so you will not be disturbed. And you can also choose to automatically decline any meetings. So if anyone tries to book and meeting with you at this time, it's going to automatically decline it since it is your focus time. Okay. You can also create an out of office event. So put a date and a time, and you can choose to automatically decline any meetings, whether they're new meetings or meetings that have already existed, it's going to decline it. And you can customize a message as to why meeting is declined, or it's because you're out of the office. And you can choose if you want this to be public or private, or when people are looking at your calendar. You can also make a working location, so you can choose where you're working from, home office, if that's something that you prefer. You can also create a task. I'm going to go more into detail on tasks and how that works with Google Calendar. And then lastly, there's appointment scheduling. I'm going to also walk through on how to set up scheduling for yourself. Okay. So that is how we're able to create and add things onto our calendar. So I'm just going to switch it back to event. You can also add any attachment to your event by going to more options. And then you're going to see this paper clip icon right here. And you will be able to attach files that you have on your computer, any pictures, videos, or anything like that. You'll be able to attach it. And you will be able to insert any file that is in your Google Drive. You can upload that and have that there. And you can just save that. So now when you create your event or when anyone views your event, they will be able to see that attachment file. You can also create an event with Gmail by composing a new email and creating an event, which is something that I went over in my Gmail Basics 101 training video if you want to go check that out as well. So another thing I'm going to show you guys is how to create tasks and how to use them in Google Calendar. So on the upper right corner, you can switch to tasks, which is this icon that is like a check mark. Click into there and you will be able to write out anything that you need to do. So if you want to create like a daily to-do list, for example, I'm going to create a new list, which you can do at the left-hand side. I'm going to type in my daily to-do list. And then I'm just going to add a task. So you can write, um, create training content, 10, 11, name, email. And then after you create your list and write down all your tasks, you can add a date and a time. So I'm just going to put for today. Today. And then if you go back to calendar, you're going to see at the very top all of your tasks listed. So you'll be able to easily view it on your calendar. So this can be very, very useful if you have a lot of things to do and you just have them all in your calendar. All right. And another thing that you can do is if you click on this button right here on the right-hand side, it's going to pull up your tasks and you can continue to add your tasks while you're also looking at your calendar at the same time. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to show you guys how to set hours or your working hours on your calendar. So on the top of the screen, you're going to see this gear icon to get into your settings. Click into there and go to settings. And then go ahead and on the left hand side, click working hours and location. Okay, and it's going to bring us here. So just make sure you check this box off to turn on your working hours, and then you can choose the day that you're going to set this working hour for, and you can set the day and from this, you can also set the start time and the end time. So this is really helpful to use. So if anyone wants to add you to an event or a meeting, they will be able to add it based on your working hours, and they will not be able to schedule a meeting before or after your working time. So that is a neat tip to use. Alrighty, so let's go back out of the settings and get into our Google Calendar. So now that we've created our tasks and all that stuff, something that we can do is have a daily agenda sent to your inbox every morning at 5 a.m. So to do this is you're going to choose the calendar that you want a daily agenda for. So I'm going to choose the Technology Club, which is the calendar we just created. I'm going to click on the three dots and go to settings and sharing. And then I'm going to scroll down all the way to where we see other notifications. And then the last section is daily agenda. And then click the drop down and select email. So what this daily agenda consists of is a list of your work events, your meetings, any holidays, or any daily tasks that you have for the day. You're going to receive an email at your Google inbox daily at 5 a.m. So this is something good if you just want a summary of everything that you need to do for the day, so you can have that turned on. So one last thing that I'm going to show you guys is how to filter out your calendar responses from your Gmail inbox. So if you are a person who sets up a lot of video conferencing calls and your inbox is constantly getting filtered, or your inbox is constantly getting filled with calendar responses, I can show you guys how to manage all of that clutter. So first things we're going to have to do is get to our Gmail. Let's go to gmail.com. Okay, so what we're going to do is at the top, you're going to see this search bar. So we're going to select this toggle right here to show us and then beside to enter in your email address. So I'm going to type in Google email address, and then besides has the words, go ahead and type in invite.ics or invite.messages. And then make sure has attachment is checked, and then hit create filter. And then what we're going to do is skip the inbox. So any email that has the words invite.ics or invite.bcs is not going to be going to your inbox. We're going to redirect it to a new label. So select apply the label, choose label, and then we're going to create a new label. I'm going to go ahead and type in incoming calendar responses, or you can name it something different, and then select create. And then create filter. And then as you're going to see under labels, we have a new label, incoming calendar responses. So if you send out any calendar meetings or invitations, and as people are responding, whether they're going to attend or decline the invitation, all of those emails are going to be under here and instead of your inbox. So it can be a lot more organized and clean without filling up your inbox. Alrighty. So that is a basics 101 Google Calendar training. I did throw a little tip at the end of the video that shows how seamless Google is with Calendar, with the Gmail. You can really integrate really tightly with all of the apps and services. So I really hope that this video is helpful for you guys. And I'm going to continue to work on more of the Google services. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.